Welcome to the Tabernacle of Moses experience. We hope that you feel like you're transported back to ancient Israel during your visit. And we hope you leave with a greater appreciation of how sacred places bring us closer to God and to each other.
We have brought this recreation of the Tabernacle of Moses to our community because it is honored by three of the world's major religions: Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. It is a holy place where the God of Abraham could dwell with his people. Shortly after the Israelites were led out of Egypt by the prophet Moses, the Lord commanded them to give their gold, silver, and other precious materials to make me a sanctuary that I may dwell among them.
The Lord showed them a pattern of exactly how to build this sanctuary and its furnishings. If they followed this divine pattern, God would dwell among them, and they would be prepared to enter His presence. This tent would become the literal house of God.
There's so much we can learn from the Tabernacle of Moses, so our volunteers have carefully constructed this tabernacle to bring the scriptures to life.
The outer court is surrounded by a fabric fence with one colorful entrance, the East Gate. All Israelites who wanted to worship God would enter here. On the altar of sacrifice, an Israelite would give animal sacrifices to the Lord. This seems strange to us today, but the Israelites understood that by sacrificing one of their valuable animals, God would give them something much more valuable, an atonement for their sins. These offerings taught the Israelites that sacrifice is required to enter into God's presence. As members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we believe these sacrifices also symbolized the sacrifice of the Messiah himself.
This is the bronze laver, where the priests went to wash themselves before entering the holy place. This reminded them not only to be physically clean, but also to be spiritually clean.
Next, we enter the tent of the tabernacle, divided into two rooms. This first room is known as the holy place, where the priests visited each day to represent the people. Three special pieces of furniture taught them how to live in the world, but not be of the world. The first is a menorah, which gave light to the room and was kept burning day and night. This taught the Israelites that God would provide constant light of truth. A golden table held 12 loaves of bread, which represented the 12 tribes of Israel and were replaced each Sabbath day. The bread reminded them that God is the bread of life and all our blessings come from Him. On this altar of incense, the priests burned a special perfume each morning and evening. This sweet smoke reminded the Israelites to offer up their prayers to God each day, and He would hear them.
At the end of the room is the veil, a sacred curtain embroidered with angels who guarded the entrance to the Holy of Holies. This is the Lord's room and represents our ultimate goal of returning to be with God. At the center of the room is the most sacred piece of the whole tabernacle, the Ark of the Covenant. It holds holy objects that reminded the Israelites of the covenants or promises they had made with God and the promises He had made with them. The lid of the Ark is the mercy seat, where God could visit His people. The Old Testament tells of several times God visited with Moses here face to face. Everything in the tabernacle was designed to help the Israelites grow closer to God so they could eventually return to His presence.
Some of you may be wondering what happened to the tabernacle. The Old Testament says that King Solomon eventually built a permanent temple in Jerusalem that included all the pieces of the tabernacle. Hundreds of years later, it was rebuilt by King Herod and was a central place of worship for Jesus and all other Jews in his day.
Today, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints builds temples that are in many ways similar to these ancient temples. Here we learn how to prepare to meet God and how to bring Him into our daily lives.
Now, the beautiful Oakland Temple is currently being renovated, and so we are hosting this Tabernacle of Moses experience so that we can help our youth better understand the temple ordinances. We also hope that this sacred place will unite the many faiths of our community, and to invite everyone to visit the Oakland Temple when it opens for public tours in 2019. Thank you for visiting the Tabernacle of Moses. We hope that you feel at peace here.
Please silence your phones, but feel free to take pictures and share them today. Thank you for coming.